People are just alarmed by what they see in the changes in the demographics in our country because of the open border and how these dangerous individuals are being led into our country. So that's the main number one issues that people are talking about here.
The more Donald Trump controls the Republican Party, the more their party leaders feel comfortable openly pushing the white supremacist great replacement theory. It was a regular segment for pundits like Tucker Carlson. With South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem here endorsing the racism, white nationalists must feel a sense of comfort that their agenda is finally going more mainstream.
I know so many amazing patriots in the great state of Texas, and I love Texas, that have been waiting and are willing for this moment. Deputize a citizen force. Put them on the border. Give them handcuffs. Get it done. Sure, that's dramatic. You know what's dramatic? The invasion of the country. We're going to talk more about that. We're going to talk about how the other side has openly admitted that this is about bringing in voters that they want and they like, and honestly diminishing and decreasing white demographics in America. We're going to say that part out loud because so many people in the corporate media are afraid to talk about it.
The bigots that once worried about exposing their racial hatred just casually joined Fox News' straight programming to repeatedly push the same lines over and over again. This is how normalizing hatred has always worked, but we're somehow falling for it again.
We are pulling people off the border for stretches of 200 miles. 200 miles are completely and totally unpatrolled at any given point in time. We can't do the job based upon what this administration is doing with its policies.
Sir, why do you think that this administration has allowed virtually an open border?
I believe that they're trying to change the demographics of the electorate. That's what I believe that they're doing. They know they want to stay in power, and the only way to stay in power is to continue to get elected. They can't get elected on their policies because their policies are bad.
That guy's the head of a border patrol union. You can only imagine the way that he takes his biases and hatred and applies it to the way he does his job and the atmosphere that it creates around his colleagues. The anger there is palpable. But for some reason, these kinds of folks complain about being replaced and their white blood being poisoned by people that they consider beneath them, and they never seem to ask their preferred politicians why they refuse to do anything to solve the problem. Maybe because they'd rather galvanize their racist base than propose solutions.
Can the administration name a single lawmaker who has called to reduce the number of Border Patrol agents?
A single lawmaker that has called for I would argue, as I think Karine has talked about this. I mean, in the fact that they voted down proposed legislation that would, at the president's urging, increase the number. So just by dint of the sheer numbers and the votes, the House Republicans have said they don't favor increasing the number of border agents. And you heard Speaker Johnson down at the border yesterday. That they're not interested in moving forward on the president's national security supplemental, which had $6 billion in there, much of it designed to get us another 1,300 border agents.